This is all new to me? Okay, gotcha. So then let's just do all of it. We can talk about stuff in the meantime. I didn't think about this. I would have just started the stream like this and talked about the emotes and stuff like that while we're doing that. Just making sure that game settings didn't change on me for no freaking reason. Yep. Thank you, Barry. Make a save file just in case I mess something up. Okay. But yeah, even if I did make a even if I did make an emote for my face, like I need to have something else though, you know? Can't just be just my face. I also don't want to look at my face any more than I have to. There's a reason why like everything that I create doesn't have my face on it. Add Felix. Add the cats. It's Alec. It's Felix and Pixie. Those are the cats. The cats are a pretty good idea. Oops. We have we have Felix, right? So Felix is a little bit they're very weird. Like my two cats are like very much like opposites of one another. Felix is easy to pick up and hold and touch and like and stuff like that, but he's not really big on like cuddling specifically, right? But like if you're like hold his ear, like he'll like try to like move his head to like get you to bug off a little bit, but if you just persisted like any more than a second, he'd just be like, fuck, all right. Like he's just done. Like he just doesn't care anymore. You can like you can like totally like grab his leg, like if he has his leg sticking out, like when he's like sleeping on something, right, and he just has his leg laying down. You just grab his leg, he like won't do anything. He just doesn't care at all. But he won't like come up and cuddle with you. But yeah, he's fine getting picked up and all that stuff. The other one, what's it called? Pixie does not like being held. Does not like being like you cannot get her to sit down for a fucking second. She's always just running around and like making a mess like all the time. Oh, I guess it's a good idea. That's actually quite a bit of quite a good idea, Arcana. I'll keep that in mind. But if Pixie lets you pick her up, she'll like give you like half a second, and then if she doesn't like it, she'll just like squirm off and like run away. But also simultaneously, she will like in the middle of the night or like right when you go to bed, like rub up against you and like sleep right next to you.
冗談のつもりだったんだ。まあいいや。まず逃げるって行為で一番大切なことは何かわかるか？いい線言ってるがそうじゃない。逃げるタイミングを誤らないことだ。
Animated emotes. I forgot those even existed, to be honest.
そう。相手が逃亡を警戒する前に自分の状況を察知し、意表をついて逃げる。
Maybe.
これができなきゃ逃げる前に逃げ道を塞がれちまうってわけだ。
But yeah, that's something I'll work slow and steady on.
タイミングを見誤らないために。
Since like definitely like I got like one or two decent ideas. Getting the cats on there would be pretty cool. I wish I could just like I wish my streaming setup was in a place where I could just like have them on stream pretty routinely, but it's kind of hard.
なんで戦わなくちゃいけねえんだ？
Why would I engage? I don't have to engage.
アジアには有名な兵法書36系ってのがある。戦いに勝つための策略をいろいろ記した本だ。だが同じアジアにこういう言葉もある。36系逃げるにしかず。どんな策略も逃げの一手にはかなわない。戦わなきゃいけねえって状況に追い込まれた時点ですでにヘマを打ったってことなのさ。そういうことだ。黄昏に見つかったら、チンピラに絡まれたら、チンピラに絡まれたところにさっそうと仲間が助けに来たら、その通り、ナイス判断だ。
Oh,
誰も見捨てろとは言ってねえよ。
I might have came up with another idea.
それから隙を伺い、反撃の準備だ。
I might have came up with another idea that I like for an emo.
その場でぼーっと突っ立って応援するより何歩か増したろ。常に気を伺い。
That like really, that 100% like came out of nowhere. That was incredible. You'll all have to wait. Hey, new emo? Yes, there is. How's it going, Mia? Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. There's also, I guess now that I have a surprises over, I can say we can change the stream name to There you go. Now it's more descriptive of what the situation is. Emo plans are coming together. Don't worry, Vicky. Thank you for putting the stream on while you're working, because I totally feel you. See, isn't that what's so good though? Forewarned, it's almost entirely gonna be VTubers, because I have a huge release list of stuff from VTubers. They're great. They're all great. That's work, Vicky. That sounds like work. It sounds like work to me. You have to put down another. You have to work on another Otome to get it through. Get through it before the impending doom that is September and beyond. I totally feel you.
今日はこんなところだろ。
Taught you how to run away for like 2 hours.
いや、思いのほか適性があると思ってよ。覚えも早いし、何より体力が底なしだ。
Ah, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
すぐに一発の泥棒になれるぜ。
Yeah, you just get stats after you do the trainings. Gotcha, Vicky. Alright, well. Gambare, you can do it.
へえ、そりゃ残念だ。
You should do it. You should do it just for Barry. You should do it just for the joke. Like like I got a hotel room so I could come play Atomes.
おう。その呼び方はもういいぜ。なんか恥ずかしいわ。
Impy taught me about steam engines. Thanks. Be really useful when I try to protect myself from a secret cabal. Yeah, neither of my cats make too much noise. Neither of them. They're both pretty quiet. What is the useful thing, Barry? What is it? Alright. He teaches her how to drive? Oh, okay. That is useful. Wait, did she ever need to do that? Like, did she ever need to drive to get away? Woo! Alright, we got to the new outfit. Would it be quicker just to like go back out and skip to the train sequence? Or sorry, the heist? Probably, right? There's only no situation where keep force skipping? Okay. Keep force skipping. Dunzo. Their second. Oh, that's right. That's right. Here it is.
Nani? そこを押してでもってことは、それだけ俺の授業が楽しみってことだろ。そこまで言われちゃ、俺も頑張らないわけにはいかねえな。ビシバシ。
カルディアちゃん、すっごいやる気だな。なんやかんやと最終的には泥棒になっちゃいそうで怖いな。
I'm afraid that you'll end up a dirty thief after this.
それはそれで興味が湧きますね。
伯爵は何でも受け入れちゃいますね。ともかく頑張ってね。
Some nice fan
カル
art.
ディア。
Oh wow, I didn't expect it to be like pixel art though. That's really cute. Oops.
今日までお前には逃亡のイロハを教えてきたが、今日はその集大成を見せてもらう。タグ。まあつまり追いかけっこだな。
Oh, we're playing tag?
俺が
Let's
追いかけ
go.
るからお前は逃げろ。捕まったら終わり。
Oh, they're playing like adult
お
tag,
前の勝ちだ。
where you get to like just leave. Oh, there he is. Oh, I came up with another idea. Hold on. For a sound emote.
おいおい、遊びじゃねえぞ。
Adult tag, where you get to use the entire city.
その間に逃げな。俺はその間目を閉じてるからな。さあ、逃げろ。
There he is. Look, that's the boy. Oh no. I mean, you could probably outrun him. You probably have way more stamina than he does. The predecessor. I think it would have fit, a cat face would have fit. She has a flashbang? What?
確かに今のは驚かされたぜ、カルディア。
No you can't.
閃光弾や煙幕なんざ上等手段だ。対策していないとでも思ったのかよ。
You mean you use them all the time and they always work?
お褒めの言葉ありがとうよ。
I feel like the cat face fits Lupin a little bit better because he's a cat thief in terms of like his role and a little bit of his personality, but it doesn't fit like how absolutely chaotic Mishiru is. Like that's really why he earns it, because he's just so he's just so chaotic. He's just always making a problem worse. What a wonderful character. Oh, hey. Yeah!
ほい、捕まえた。
Damn it! Was the other one right? Was the Van Helsing's one right? Did I just get baited? Try it? Well, yeah, sure, why not, right? We can just go. Oops. What?
そういうこと。
What? Oh, that's messed
お
up.
前を追い込むつもりだったのさ。つか、ここでつまずいてよかったな。もう少し先には落とし穴があったからな。いやいや、そんなことねえって。
What the hell?
ここまで粘られるとは思ってなかった。カルディア、捕まえた。
No, I always lose. I guess I always lose.
よし、
Just like two kids playing tag in the
そ
forest.
ろそろ日が暮れて
That's
な
it. That's all they were doing all day.
おお前の底なし体力もようやく尽きたか。じゃ、なおさら帰るにはちょうどいいタイミングだったな。そりゃお前、訓練の年季がちげえよ。単純に体力勝負じゃわからねえが、逃げるにも追いかけるにも技術がいる。
No worries. You just missed the second training arc, Donda.
その
Not
技
too
術の
much.
点で俺に比べりゃ。
They just
お
played
前は
tag.
まだまだだ。
They played adult tag for a bit. Hey, Yoni, thank you for stopping by. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Will do.
今日の仕返しのつもりか。まあ、そうだな。うん。いつかはできるようになるかもな。まあ、その前に、お前の親父を見つけようぜ。お前が望むなら、その後いくらでも訓練してやるからよ。
Does that mean you're all you're winding the day down, safe at home?
およ、そういう約束だからな。
You screeching what? When have I done that? Oh. Maybe a lot. Okay.
我らの食船とする賜物を祝福してください。これらの食事が罪深き我々の体の糧、心の糧となることをお許しくだ
like
さい。
2 minutes ago? Oh my god. Don't bring don't make me recognize
で
my
は皆さん、いただきましょう。
my own habits. No worries, Yoni. I appreciate you stopping through for a moment. Get your dailies done. It's important. Okay, well, if I do it again and I don't recognize it, then, okay, heist time? Should I just skip to the heist? Like go out back to menu. Is that a badge of honor? I don't know about that. I tried to not perceive myself at all times. My goal is to have my voice completely disembodied from myself. Train snatch. I guess we were pretty close, so we didn't need to go back anyway.
黄昏の長を誘拐する。
Ugh. Okay. Well, if I notice it myself, I can give myself a little stream marker, but considering I didn't even think I did that until like 2 seconds ago, I might forget. There we go. So I was with the other time I did this, I was in Van Helsing's party, so we'll see what happens.
おう、鍵は開いてる。入っていいぜ。
Does anybody in Bustafellows have that? I'm doing great, Yoni. You know, I've streaming to avoid my laundry list of stuff that I have to do for work. Oh, these next 2 weeks are gonna be great. These next 2 weeks are gonna be great. We'll see. There's a lot of good happening though. There's a lot of good happening. I just have to. I had a poor Monday work day. I had a poor Monday work day, and so I got as much done as my brain could allow. And then now we're here, and I got as much as I could do before stream, and I'll probably spend the rest of the day working on stuff to make up for yesterday, which is something that's really nice. If I don't have like a
今まさに片付けちまったからな。そんなことねえさ。じゃ
if I don't have like a due date for something, or sorry, it's like not like needs to be done immediately, like I have the ability to like put off a bit of my work for later. Just nice, because some days I just have like really bad brain days, and I just don't have the ability to work. People play some basketball outside? That's good. I've been doing, you know what I've been doing, Yoni, is I've been actually, because so I don't know how it is in Finland, but at least in SoCal, United States, like a lot of places like it's pretty necessary to drive most places in suburbs, especially in the suburbs. So what's really nice is that I actually have a grocery store that's very nice to me, and it's not the grocery store I normally go to. I have a grocery store that's more towards like Arabic food and stuff like that, so there's a lot more stuff that my family usually eats there. But it's a little bit farther, and it's a drive, so I have to go to there to go get it. But anytime I need something for just the day, or make something like just grab something really quickly, what I've started doing is I just started walking to the store, which is very uncommon. Like, it's very difficult to do that. But I'm lucky enough that the grocery store is actually only a mile away from my place, so I can just walk it. So if I have the time, I've just been walking to go get groceries now and taking it back, which has been really nice. Yeah, see, I think, Yoni, I assumed that because I had gone to Amsterdam December 2018 when I went to go watch went to go watch Tekken World Tour. No worries. Okay. Right, you're right, Blurty. I have so much to do. I will get to it. I owe another person a manga as well. So it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot of work. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. And I have to do Pia Fiore. Like, I have so much to do. You don't know. And I want to play Apex. You were first. Okay, you were first. And I want to play Apex, and I want to play Guilty Gear. That's the problem, really. The problem is actually I want to play fighting games. But take it easy, Blurty. I appreciate you. Enjoy your K-dramas. Please tell me about them afterwards. But what does this say? Yeah, so when I went to Amsterdam, that was one of the... Thank you, Blurty. I appreciate it. That's one of the things I immediately recognized is that everything was so close to each other, and everything was like easy to get to, that like I went to Amsterdam with no car, and was able to get literally everything that I needed to for like 3-4 days. It was so nice. And I went entirely as a vacation. I was not playing. I wasn't talent. Like I did not go to Tekken World Tour to, like, I just went there to literally go see my sister in London, and go watch fighting games. That's it. I was in Europe for 10 days, and it was so much fun. Like being able to just walk across, like just walk anywhere and be able to get food is incredible. I miss it so much. It's the same thing with Italy. Like when I went to Italy, one of the best things in the world was that I was able to turn any corner and get coffee, or turn any corner and get like food. It was so easy. I loved Amsterdam. It was very, very pretty. I had this gorgeous, I had a hotel that was next to like I don't want to say it's a port because it was small, but it definitely wasn't just like a, it was definitely commercial, but it wasn't big. It wasn't big. It was very, very small. You could tell that like commerce went there, but it was on the water, and I had a hotel on the water, and the venue was right next to there. So my room was actually facing the water, and the whole side of my room had a window on it. It was incredible. It was like, it was one of my favorite hotels that I've ever been to. Oh, let me tell you, Vicky, to this day, I think about rigatoni that I had in Florence next to the dome, the Duomo. I think about that plate of pasta that only cost me 8 euros, like once every 2 weeks. That's not a joke. That is really not a joke. Like, I found, like, it's, Yoni, like, I'll tell you as much as that if you were to find LA food, you have to know where to eat. You have to know where to eat. You can't just go to, like, random places. But there is a lot of really good food in LA. You just have to know where to look. And that's partly because there's just a lot of like commercial stuff. But when you can find like authentic food in LA, like let me for example, right? If you didn't end up going to like Koreatown in LA, then it's like I can't say that you're gonna have like the best Korean food, you know? But like if you go to Koreatown and literally go anywhere, you will have like the best food in the world. What I used to do, Yoni, is when I was doing a lot more talent stuff as commentary and stuff like that, I would work a lot in LA. And so what I do is when I drive to LA, which is usually a really long drive for me, it's usually like an hour, and with traffic, sometimes 2 hours, 2.5 hours to drive to LA, and usually hour or 2 hours back. So I would always eat right before I would leave. And so what I would do is I would actually I would have this like ritual where I would just drive to a random part in LA, and I would just go to somewhere where I thought I've never been before, right? And it usually ends up being like, one time I went to like a Koreatown, and I went to just this random place, like 3 stories, like the menu completely in Korean. You literally order, if you don't speak Korean, you order with numbers. You say, you know, number 5, and then they give you like, you don't make adjustments. Like you just get the number 5. But wait, which one are these? Split 2 teams. Impy, leave the station, and Impy, Saint Germain, and myself. Okay, we'll leave the station. So we're leaving the station. Gotcha. Thank you. And yeah, it was just some of the best food like I've ever had. Yeah, but if you're going on ingredients, a lot of other places have higher standards than the United States do.
皆さん、お待ちしていましたよ。
やっほーさんちゃん、見張りご苦労さん。どう様子は？
下調べ通りですね。 誰もいません。
My easiest and best example for this is usually that I learned that when you look at a lot of like, because one of the things I do for practicing Japanese reading is I look up like recipes and stuff like that in Japanese, because it forces me to sort of learn shorthand Japanese, and also learn the ability to like pick stuff apart and figure out, you know, new kanji, because a lot of the times a lot of food ends up being used like have either kanji, or if it's spelled out. And one of the things I learned all through all of that is that Japan actually has way stricter laws on how eggs are treated, because their eggs, because there's an assumption to Japanese egg eaters, there's an assumption in Japan that you will eat eggs raw, and because eggs constantly get eaten raw in Japan, so that's more possible over there, and it's less risky because the quality of eggs is so much higher. And here that's not the case. The assumption is that eggs get cooked here, so it's very much, it's a little bit scarier. Like the quality is still like very high. Like we have a lot of things in place for health, but no, not like Japan. So it is a little bit scarier to eat eggs raw here than it is in Japan. We're waiting?
予定よりも早く着いちまったからな。しばらくはここで待機だ。
But yeah, like if you ever make it to LA again, what we'll do is like I'll take you to specific places. We'll go to a ramen place in around Little Tokyo. I'll take you down to like Anaheim. We'll go for some Arabic food. There's Koreatown for some great Korean food. Like whatever it is, like I can probably that is the thing that LA has as a city, is that if there's a type of food that you want, you can find it. Indian, I can think of an Indian place, I can think of a Moroccan place, I can think of Korean, Thai, Chinese, Japanese, I can think of Somalian, I can think of Italian, I can think of English, technically, I don't know if that really counts. I can think of French, I can think of, what name you? Like, I can think of so many different kinds of food. But to Barry's thing, there is nothing that makes me happier than all the best food in the world. I will preach this to the day I die. All the best food in the world has always been underneath $20. And came in either a little, like one of those styrofoam plates, right, that close up, or in a brown box. And it's always given to you in a generic plastic bag that says thank you all over it. That's all the best food in the world. One of the best things I've ever tasted in my entire life is some random vegan Indian food that I got in England in December of 2018, and they just gave me all of this food, and they packed it in this brown box, and they put it in a bag. They said, here you go. It was some of the best Indian food I've ever had in my entire life. It was 6 pounds. I will never forget that. There's something particular about in Finnish lunch culture? There's always buffets. Really? That's very interesting. See, this is the trick, Helba, is that if you're like me, you're always hungry, so you can always talk about food. Which is why, it's actually, I think it's why I like drinks so much. I love drinks, and I think drinks help me stave off my consistent desire for food.
おう、カルディア。どうした？邪魔じゃねえさ。
That ramen place tasted incredible in negative 25 Celsius weather. Was it hot ramen, hopefully? That's what I'm talking about. I do definitely miss that about, there's two things I miss from Oregon. One is that having hot food in cold temperatures. That really, it just like, it makes you feel like you can feel like the energy coming into your body. And the second thing is being able to drink dark beers. Especially winter warmers. I miss a good spicy beer when it's cold. That is that was something that really felt good. There was this beer, it was called the Kris Kringle that you could get. And it was just the best winter warmer that you could get in Oregon. And every time it hit September, October, and they put it back on the taps, I was like, mwah, I'm ready. And I would go in. I look forward to coming to Finland one day. Absolutely. Take it easy, Yoni. Thank you for stopping by. Oh man, I tried to make some like I actually tried to make some karak chai not too long ago. Karak chai is like, depending on where you come from, it's come from a lot of different places, but according to history that I've read, karak is originally an Indian chai, so, and it's usually made with some sort of milk and tea and spices and stuff like that. I tried to make some on my own a couple days ago, and I don't think it was as good as the karak I've had before. And it made me really sad because the process in which of making karak seems so simple, but yeah. But I thought it was still really fun. I've never made tea in a pot. That was neat. I'm gonna try making karak again because it's a very heavily caffeinated tea, because you use a lot of tea to not get a lot of because you're putting it at a pot, and the pot usually is open, and so you're letting a lot of it evaporate, so you end up having a pretty strong tea. It's just like, it's hard to drink. It's hard to drink if you want like a lot, right? Which is what I like about coffee. I can have 16 ounces of coffee. It gives me just enough caffeine, and I have a long drink. But karak is like, if you have 16 ounces of tea made from like 6 tablespoons of tea, then that's a lot of fucking caffeine. Like, pound for pound, there's actually way more caffeine in tea than there is in coffee, if you didn't know that. It's just the difference is that it takes more coffee to make a cup of coffee taste good, than it does to make a cup of tea taste good. You use much less tea to make a cup of tea than you do to make a cup of coffee. But if you go pound for pound, the same weight, there's more caffeine in tea than there is in coffee. So when you make 6 tablespoons of tea to make 16 ounces of karak, then it's very, very caffeinated. But I want that much because I want to drink that much drink, you know? I love drinks. I don't want to have just a little bit. I want to have a lot of it. It's the only thing I didn't like about Italy is that, like, you can't just get regular coffee. Like, it's either espresso or they give you, like, the Americano, which was actually made for Americans. Education time. Education about caffeine with Sammy. What do you want to know? You know, back in, the reason why an Americano was made is because Americans would come over to Italy during wars, and a lot of people would be like, what is this small shit? I don't want that. I want big coffee. And so they would take the espresso and then put water over it to make a longer drink for them. And that's how Americanos were made, and that's why they're called Americanos.
Eh? やばいってそれ。あんまりすげえ風だとオーニソプターが飛べないじゃん。
いや、風が強くなる前に片付ける。もう作戦は動き
Looks
出
at
し
two
てる。
empty large iced
ワンと
coffees.
フランを
Yeah, I
その
mean,
ままにしちゃおけね
iced coffee's fine though. It depends if you don't make it yourself, and you either purchase it from somebody else. Usually iced coffee's watered down, so it's probably fine.
作戦を抑え
I worked at Starbucks for a year, so I know a little bit more than normal.
今頃
Starbucks was a good
列車の
job.
中は戦争状態だ
Again, just like any other job,
この後
when the job is good, but you leave it, it's usually because your manager sucks. And that was the case. My manager sucked.
2人が敵を引きつけている間に俺とインピそれにお前の3人はオーニソプターで上空から列車に接近
Past few streams have been all about food. Honestly, the fact that it's only been the past 3 is probably good for
インピは逃走経
me.
路確保のため空中で待機残った俺たちは黄昏の長が乗っている車両を切り離し視線に引き込む
I've been thinking about a lot of food. That's why I made chicken tenders over the week.
3お前は車両がここに到着次第目標の確保
Oh, right, I forgot. Oh, that's old lore, Helba. That's 2 years ago lore.
お任せください。
インピオーニソプターの準備は
任せとけって。最高の仕上がりだぜ。
That is old lore. I haven't thought about that one in a very long time. Can also have the lore of bras because in the 20s when it was started it became more prominent. Ah, okay. Well, maybe I am thinking we're doing a Pio Fiore route on stream. Probably after Lupin, so keep that in mind. It was memorable and that's why I stuck around. I am glad that my insanity feels memorable. Because to me, it seems freaking insane in my head. Is a 9-9 stream happening? I have to double check. I never got an answer. I will literally check today and then I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know on Friday. Or Thursday if you guys want to watch me play Pups and Purrs. She returns. I can't wait.
こいつは本来一人乗りなの。二人でやっとなんだから三人じゃ狭いに決まってんじゃん。
今から3人乗りに改造とかは
無茶言うなよ。
It's okay, Lupin. Come sit on my lap. Oh wait, we can't do that.
おっと、そうだった。ほら、仲良く座ろうぜ、ルパン。
まあ確かにふざけてる場合じゃねえし。
Okay. The picture of these two sitting on each other's lap because of Cardia is really funny though.
しっかり捕まっときな。めくるめく 空の旅2名様ご案内。
Oh man, you know, like Saint Germain is like keeled over in the driver's seat, like slamming his fists on the dashboard right now. That is a terrible sound. It sounds like a bug. I get that it's using that idea, but these are huge mechanical wings.
おいおい、インピ、もうちょっとバランス取れて。列車に行く前に俺たちが落ちるだろうが。
Yeah, I know, right? This machine's going.
仕方ないだろう。何度も言うけど、この機体は一人乗りなの。スピードが出れば安定するから、それまで頑張ってよ。
Send Automate a new sound library. Yeah, it's just gonna be me just making sounds with my mouth.
さあ、行くぜ。
Just
今日はこのポンコツもまともじゃねえか。
ポンコツ言うな。インピーさんの作る機械はいつだってド安定してんだよ。
Oh god, I do make sound effects. Fuck. I'm perceiving myself way more than I want to today.
あんなもんがここで見つかるってことは、襲撃チームはうまくやったってわけだ。な
あ、みてえだな。
Ugh, please no. I literally do everything in my own power to be not self-aware. It's better for the both of us. Me and self-aware Sammy. That I'm not self-aware. What do you mean charm? There's no charm in me making raspberry sounds. I just do it because I don't think before I do anything.
Oi, Lupin! 列車まだ？たどり着く前に墜落しちゃうよ。
Pouring me a triggers. Okay, well, you know what? That one's not my fault, alright?
気合で乗り切ってくれ。
A friend showed you 6 episodes of Aizoken? Oh, how'd you like it?
インピ、寄せられるか。
I am
やれるだけ
doing my best to
やっ
hold
て
in
やるさ。
the words I want to say. Oh, wonderful. Okay, that's good. It is. Let me ask you this. Like, how did you feel about the adaptation? This is right? Right? Oh, okay. So you already got it. You already got it for me. When a manga gets adapted to an anime, I want the anime to bring something that the manga couldn't, and that was like the sound, like everything about how that show moves and sounds is exactly why it should have been animated. It's to this day, it's to this day going like, I think like the greatest manga adaptation. Maybe I have another one that people have suggested to say that is also just as good, but I have to watch it still.
どうやらまだ敵が残ってるみてえだな。
What's funny is that it didn't get picked up earlier, right? It's an anime about anime? Or sorry, it's a manga about anime, so she was like, it's perfect for anime adaptation. But like, it got picked by Science Saru because they thought that idea was neat. Like they took it on because they were very much reading through manga going, oh, we want to see if there's anything cool that really speaks to us to adapt. We don't just want to adapt something popular. And we don't want to just adapt something popular. We want to adapt something that, like, we believe in ourselves. And so, when the head director, Vaizoken, she found the work, she was like, oh, this is just me. Like, this is me, the character. So this is what she said, like, about Asakusa. She was like, oh, this is just me. Like, I went through everything that she went through as an artist. As an artist, as someone who wanted to make anime. And so that's why they picked it up. The interviews that they have for around Aizoken are just wonderful. Like, they all speak so highly of the manga because they're just like, this is it. Like, this is how my brain works, right? Like, this is exactly how the artist process went down in my head at all times. And so, like, they just, like, they resonated with it so much. And in fact, I've shown it to other, like, creative people, and they said the same thing. Like, even for, like, music or something, like, they're like, yeah, I can relate to this as a artist. I can relate to this, like, not even just like a musician. I can relate to this mentality and this thought and how the girls approached everything. I've been meaning to ask, what's your least favorite anime? AKA, you have no idea why you love it, but you slightly hate why you love it. I think I'd have to look at my list of anime that I've watched to see that. Hold on. Very recently, the thing I think I disliked the most about myself liking it was Kanojo mo Kanojo. Kanojo mo Kanojo was a story about a guy having two girlfriends, and it was entirely because he thought one girl was cute and was already in a relationship, and like just is so earnest about being in a relationship with both of them that they were both okay with it. It was pretty trashy. It was pretty trashy, and it was still really funny, and that's the most recent one, I think. Yeah, I don't really like that I like that show. It's really trashy. Yeah, because usually when there's shows that I don't like, it's usually because I'm disappointed in them. You know, like they just didn't fulfill what I thought would be the show that it could have been, for the most part. No worries, Vicky. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
連結機を外さねえわけにはいかねえ。このまま車両内を進んで、長のいる車両の手前で屋根に
This is way longer than I expected. I'm also kind of going through it kind of slow because I'm talking and stuff, but still.
いい返事だ。
I guess we're essentially going through most of a chapter, right?
待て、後部座席に誰かいる。おい、そこにいるのは誰だ。
ほう、私の気配に気づくとは。なるほど。どうやら話に聞いたよりずっと目ざといようだ。
Yeah, I think that's probably it, honestly. There's definitely shows that I think I liked way more than this. Like, I like the show way more than the score I ended up giving it. Like, there's a lot like that.
黄昏の関係者だね。何者だってね。
Like, what's it called? The Saint's power is omnipotent? Is that its name?
ここで出会ったのは偶然か必然。
聖女の丸翼。
駅で出会った際に
Saint's power is omnipotent. Yeah. Okay. So the Saint's power is omnipotent is definitely one I was like, oh, this is a really good show. I don't think it's like, I can't give it like a 10 out of 10, but I loved it. It's freaking great. But I think I think probably my first one, like Kanojo mo Kanojo was legit trash, and I watched it the entire way through. The only other one that ever comes up in my head when I think of a show that I liked that was like felt like kind of trash was Airmaster. And I watched that recently because we watched friends and I watched like an episode. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then like it went in and it was like, oh, this kind of sucks. And then the fights would happen. I'd be like, oh shit, this is kind of cool. So I don't know if that counts because it kind of sucks because it wasn't doing fights enough, and that's about it. So yeah, I'll give you that one. Kanojo mo Kanojo is my answer to that.
要するに一般人じゃねえか。
Airmaster comes second, I
俺た
guess.
ちの邪魔をするな。時間がねえんだ。お前の相手をしてる暇はねえ。
Everything else, like I usually like for a reason, and then like I said before, like it just doesn't follow through for one reason or another. The most recent show I had with that feeling was, do any of you watch anime movies? I watch them every now and then. I have to have something that I'd want. I don't usually end up watching, I don't usually end up watching movies for like shows. Like I don't know if I'm gonna watch the new One Piece one because I haven't kept up with One Piece in a very long time, sort of thing. Usually one-off movies is way better for me personally. Oh, okay, gotcha. So I've watched a bit of what's it called? Tenjo Tenge. But not a bit. Inuo is out. Oh, okay. So I guess while I have my list up, can I search by movies? Format? Okay, I can search by movies. The most recent movie I thought was incredible, that I think everybody here should watch because you guys all like romance stuff, is Josie the Tiger and the Fish. That movie was fucking great! If you haven't seen that. Oh shit! Shlomzy is fighting in this one?
はあ？なんで動けるんだよ。そんな生優しい薬じゃねえぞ。
駅で 君が一度ステッキで床を打つ音を聞いた。音の反響の仕方でステッキに何らかの仕掛けがあることに気がついた。最初はナイフでも仕込んであるのかと思
Considering
っ
that
たが
Mr.
音の
Shlomes
雰囲気
here
だけで
is
それは違う。
way more into this route
中
than
に
he
空
was
洞がある。
in any of the other
おそら
parts
く
of
ガスが
the
詰まっているのだろう。
story. Like they're putting him in this part way more. I'm thinking he's probably going to be in the movie a
紳士
bit.
的な回答で有名だ。
Isn't there a Haikyuu movie coming out
人
soon?
を傷つける武器で
That
は
sounds right.
おそらく煙幕。それも揮発性のしびれ
That
薬。
sounds right. Yeah, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
仕掛けが分かっていれば身を守るのは簡単だ。
we didn't see this scene. Because I didn't do the...
即席
This
の
isn't
仕業
either
を
scene?
染み込ませた
Really?
ハンカチで顔を覆ってやり過ごしてしまえば。
No, I haven't seen this scene.
おやいないな。
Hold on.
ご高説ありがとうよ。おかげで逃げる暇ができたぜ。
Oh my god, we have. I was hitting skip, but I wasn't working, and I accidentally hit auto. I was like, oh, we haven't seen this. Okay, my bad. Never mind. I'm stupid. Leave me alone. Let me be stupid, okay? Do we need to watch any rest of this? Okay. Boom. All right. Well, since I didn't do any, since we went through this slow and I didn't do any good setup, for this that I could have done earlier, we can go a little bit longer than normal. No worries. Sorry for, I kind of like talked through a bit of it. There's a beginning choice where Lupin shows card. Oh, I missed that one. There's way more choices that matter in the common route than I remember. I have not seen Belle. What else? For movies. I usually end up really liking movies too. But I never end up watching too many of them. Gotcha. Okay. Recently my friends and I watched the very, very latest City Hunter movie. The one that came out in, what's the date? 2019. That movie fucking ruled. That movie was incredible. No worries, Barry. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your day. No, come back. No worries. Yeah, the latest City Hunter movie was fucking incredible. It was so good. Like I don't know if I'd ever seen a movie I don't know if I'd ever seen a movie do updating a old school style better than that movie did. Like that movie looked like it was done in the 80s, but then like cleaned up for the modern era sort of thing. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, it still looked like the old 80s style, but it was definitely polished like a 21st century, like a 2020, or I guess 2019, like a 2019 anime. It was so good. Like, I thought it was just exactly what you, like, that is perfect for what I want. Like I don't necessarily need you to make, I don't need you to update the looks and everything like that. You just need to make it look cleaner than it did before. And it was incredible. So I'm so excited. There's going to be a new City Hunter movie coming out next year, I think. Is it next year? No. It's as far as we know, it's another story. It is not a movie remaster. It's not a redo of anything. It is a new story, like a new City Hunter story. I think they're shooting for late 2022. I don't remember. I love City Hunter. City Hunter is just like so I'll tell you, like, because of my dad, I'm a really big fan of like old school slapstick humor. Stuff like I grew up with stuff like the old animation. Like I'm talking like old like Chuck Jones and Hanna-Barbera stuff. That's the stuff that I grew up on, like Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny and like all of that old stuff. And so stuff like City Hunter is like 100% my shit.
俺かはいよよろしくな
Oh, hey.
お前の毒を治す方法アイザックの行方
Victor's coming with us.
大規模
We're
連
not
続
going
テロ
into
計
the room of Unmei alone.
知りたいことは山ほどあるからなうまいこと情報が落ちててくれればバンバン
But
剤
yeah, if I were to suggest like there's a movie you might have missed in like the last year, 2 years, Josie the Tiger and the Fish, if you want to watch some romance stuff. That movie was so good. It was so good. Yeah, that's like one of the only ones I think like, you know, doesn't have like a massively huge name that I'm like, oh, everybody should, if you like romance, you should watch this, like no matter what. Yeah, what's surprising is that like they keep doing stuff for City Hunter, which is so wild to me. Because I feel like City Hunter is very much for people who are my age and older, or not even for my age, older than me. Like the reason why I started watching City Hunter is because of a friend who's older than me, and you know, they always have like really good taste in that sort of stuff, so I always trust them. And yeah, like I love City Hunter now. But I'm thankful for it. I think that the way that they keep up City Hunter is like probably the best way they've kept up like any old anime. Oh, is anybody watching Licorice Recoil? Speaking of guns. Oh, to see it, I've been meaning to watch that. That totally slipped my mind from last season. It looked really good. If nothing, I wanted to watch it purely on animation alone. There's a lot of really cool light effects that they were doing with that show. And that alone, I was like, oh, I'm kind of interested. Like the lighting and the way that they were moving stuff around was very cool. So I need to watch that. Thanks for putting that in front of my mind again. It's pretty good. You liked it. So do you watch like do you keep in mind some of the like Netflix movie animes? Did you watch Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop?
肝心っつうかなんつうか。
おい二人ともそろそろ
God damn it,
集合
Impy.
お呼びだな。一
Can't
旦戻る
remember.
とす
No
るか。
worries. I really liked that the story was like pretty cute. Not too like sort of groundbreaking or anything like that. It followed its story very well. It had nice twists and turns. It wasn't too bad. But the animation, the art design, the coloring, the coloring killed me. It was so good. It was so good. The coloring, I was just like constantly in awe with how they were coloring every scene. So I was a really big fan of that movie. Other than that, it's like the pretty basic ones. I'm still a big shonen fan. Like, as much as I like the deep anime and the stuff that really gets you to think, man, I'm such a dork. Like, I'm still gonna love, like, I'm still gonna really just fall in love with some shonen shit. Like Promare, yeah. Like, Promare was sick. I popped for Promare so hard because, well, one, I think you guys can pretty much understand that I'm a big, like, Trigger fan, and that makes sense, right? But two, like, shonen shit is cool sometimes, you know? It's not for me all the time, but like, man, Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was so good. That was my shit. Promare, that's kind of why I love Trigger, is because they just love, they don't care about like specific, like they just want to make their show look so good and have it have crazy animation, and like, and the stories are always so bombastic even if they're not completely filled out. Like, I love it.
勝手にうちの大事なお姫さんを連れて行くた。
Exactly,
見過ごせねえな。
when I watch anime, I want something that can only be done in anime, right? Like, I don't need it to be done in any other genre. And if it gets if it gets adapted to another genre or another medium, I should say, then that should develop it into its own thing.
レディのピンチを救うのは紳士の務め。ましてや大切なあな
It's
た
a
の
wonderful thing about all the
この私が駆けつけるわけが
mediums.
ございます。
Manga has its strengths, anime has its strengths, live action has its strengths. Every one of those, whenever things get adapted from one to another, they should think about what those strengths are and use them to the best of their
これ
ability.
はヒーローの登場だね。黄昏の足止め
In
は
the end of the
無意味
day,
だった
I'm never gonna complain too much about an anime just being pretty much like a moving manga, because at the end, like, I still get voice actors, I still get sound effects and all of that. It's still a grueling process. But I think the best of the best really needs that sort of like only anime can do this sort of thing.
簡単に止められると思ったら大間違いだぜ。
That's why I have such high reverence for Kaguya-sama, because Kaguya-sama takes the
たかが数人も捕獲できない
source
ようじゃ
material and turns it into an
組織として
anime,
の
and
実力を疑ってしまうね。
it specifically takes advantage of being an anime.
で、君は何しに来たのかな。僕と姉さんは大事な話をしてるんだけど。
大事な話。ね。こいつが人間
But
じゃ
yeah,
ない
if you guys aren't watching Licorice Recoil, you want something to watch that's really fucking good and pretty, that one. Licorice Recoil is a fucking hoot. It is so fucking funny, and it's so good so far.
うちのヘッポコ騎士のお手製傍受機器でね。悪いが全部聞かせてもらったぜ。はぐれた時のために仕込んどいて正解だったな。
It's a weird situation where everybody thinks that everybody knows that she's a homunculus now.
それが何だってんだ？人間じゃないのはそりゃ驚きだがよ。それにこいつは今俺のもんだ。一度奪った獲物を黙って奪われるほど泥棒紳士は腐っちゃないぜ。カルディア、お前はどうしたい？自分で考えろ。
Wait, do I get a decision here?
あいつについてくか？
Do I get a decision? Ah, boo.
いい返事だ。
I know that this is, I know the opposite, it ends the game at the common route, but I think it'd be funny to do it.
さて、お前はどうやら振られちまったみてえだが、どうするよ、フィーニス。
Look at him, he's so freaking proud of himself. Really? That they do that in the fan disc? That's really funny. I didn't know that. That's really funny.
バカだな。
That's the finish route? Oh, I guess that makes sense, right?
せっかく父様の思いに応える機会を与えてあげたのに。別にいいんだ。僕が姉さんを迎え入れたいというわけじゃなかったからね。
Yeah, that's kind of most of the reason why I want to watch it, is because. Oh God! You know, Cat Cracker. You know what that reminded me of? Oh my God, we're gonna watch something after this is over. We're gonna watch something after this is over. Okay. Actually, like I do need to get some like work done, so maybe I will, and maybe we'll go like only slightly over. This is okay. So I got too excited for something that only I'm gonna like, but I don't care. This is my stream. We're all gonna watch it.
姉さん、今から。
You guys are great. You guys treat me so well, but sometimes I'm going to abuse being the one who presses the buttons. Just a little bit.
させるわけねえだろ。
You know, this scene's way funnier with Lupin because Lupin's like in the situation, right? And then Saint Germain comes out of nowhere and he goes, heh, stab. Got him.
いや、まだ何も終わっちゃいねえよ。テロ計画の全貌も、カルディア、これからなんだよ。全部な。
I can't believe this ended up being a story about the Philosopher's Stone. That's kind of wild to me. Okay, I found it. Wonderful. We're gonna watch it afterwards. You always gave me to it. As soon as you guys decided that you guys were just gonna watch me play video games, I was like, oh, okay. I have something truly strong. That's why I think it's amazing, like that I have people who watch me play video games every day or every week almost. I think that's amazing. Because like, you know, this is way more fun than me playing it alone. When I'm alone, I just like flip through the game as fast as possible. The only one I haven't done that for so far is like maybe Variable Barricade, because Hobari I love to death. Like I love Hibari so much. Like, she's definitely my next favorite protagonist right now. With Kotane. Like, she's just so fucking great. Okay, so this is 4:15. We'll do a little bit more and try to get to like a good stopping point, and then we'll watch this, at least a little bit of it, and then we can call it there. Yeah, she definitely does. Like, I truly believe that the game is better because Saki Fujita does does Hibari. I truly believe that. The game is not as good without her voice. And that's not to say anything about the guys. Like, I think, like, this is a new chapter, but it's probably we'll get like a little bit into it, right? We have 15 minutes. I'm gonna give you guys that. I don't mind. I don't want to go too under, but I don't mind going a little bit over. Plus, we didn't, get into any of the chapter itself because I kind of dawdled too much today. We spent most of the day going into this moment. Who buys the tomes for seiyus? Me. Like, I get mad excited when I see a seiyu. Hell, like, as dumb as Nayatsu is, Shimono was like, hearing Shimono was doing Nayatsu's voice was like icing on the cake. I was like, oh, word? Okay. This is going to be my favorite route ever? And it almost is. It almost is. It's fucking great. Nayatsu's route's so dumb. I love it. Yeah, I can see that too. Like, I definitely like Variable Barricade because it's very much my taste. But it's very much that taste. Like, it's very much that specific taste. It's not... Does that make sense? Like, it's not very broad as a game. It is very much focused on being this funny... rom-com style approach to it. So if you don't like that, then it might be harder to stick around on that game, especially considering I found that I really think as much as I like the how to say, as much as I like the motif for the game, right? This board motif, this game motif, because of the story and all of that. I think the route being sectioned off as hard as it is in this game, in Variable Barricade, I should say, makes it harder to progress through more than like a few squares. I feel like every time I get 3 or 4 squares in, or 3 or 4 plots in, I feel like my attention wanes very consistently. Like, I have to like push myself to get back into it. And the worst part is that when I push myself back into it and I get back into the plots, I usually love it. Like, I'm usually like having a great time. But the game stops and starts a little bit too much. That's my thought. When I played Pio Fiore, going through Pio Fiore was way easier. Even if I think I like some of the stuff in Variable Barricade maybe a little bit more because it's way more my style of story. To be honest, I don't know if there's a better way to do that. Maybe it's just that, like, you take the selection out of people's hands. Maybe is the best way to do that, and the story kind of just progresses. You see a little chess piece move or something like that. But I really don't know. Going back to the mansion is really interesting. It's definitely a thing to save for the final route. Chat not going through. That one's gone through. But you haven't said anything between saying this is a new chapter and that. Yeah, Mia, if you feel the same way too, then maybe I'm correct in saying that I think that's the game's main fault. I think, like, you know, as much as I like it, I love that game, and it's hard for me to get through, you know? And it's nothing about the content. Oh, your power died? I'm sorry. I hope that comes back up sooner than later. But man, almost everything else about that game, like, I love. That game being more like, yeah, I don't play Otomes like that either. Like, when I play Otomes, I sit for like 2 hours and I run through as much as I can, like within a lot of time or something like that, and then I get through. It takes an hour? What? You have to talk to your ISP. They have to get you a better modem than that. That's unacceptable. I returned my modem because it had a hiccup 3 times while I was doing a stream one time. I returned and I got a new one. I was like, yeah, this is not good. No. As long as companies are making you rent equipment, you make them give you good ones. I get a new router every year. I don't care how long I've had their service. Like, I'm like, every year you give me your new version of your router. I don't care if it's just an updated model, like you give me the new updated model, because you're making me pay for this. So I'm going to. Or you made me pay for this, I should say. I do need to get my own router eventually. My own router and modem would be very nice, because the modem that they give you is always middling. Oh yeah, if your ISP's providing Cat Cracker, if your modem's that old, it's worth it just to get them to get you a new one. If you want more control, like, just buying whatever, like, you know, recommended one is probably fine. But no, please get a new one. Think Cat Cracker, think of it more like a freeway, right? Or like a tube or some sort, right? Like a straw. Think about, like, if you were to suck through like a small, like, you know, cocktail straw, it's very hard to get like a lot of drink out of it. But if you put a bigger straw in the drink, you'll drink more despite having the same amount of what's it called? Same amount of drink in the drink, right? This is, or like, let's say, it just makes it so that, like, if you have, like, let's say, you always want more than what you're actually getting. You usually want like 2 to 3 times more. So, like, you know, if your roads only need like 2 to 3 lanes, then you should have 4, because it's just gonna make it so that it always flows nicely, sort of thing. Right? You never want to hit the cap, because once you hit the cap, then everything starts slowing down. So yeah, ask your ISP. If your ISP is giving out routers, some ISPs give routers for free because they have the ability to do like a lot more monitoring on that, and they get a lot more info out of it. but it also means that you can just get it for free. You're all out until 10? Jesus. I'm sorry, Elba. That's awful. Hope you can find something to keep yourself busy. What? It's been 2 years! What the hell? Wait, no, how long has it been? Oh, I did say what, didn't I? Fuck. Oh. Again, recognizing, I choose to do my best to not recognize myself. Here, okay, I will leave myself a marker. Has it been a few months? Even then, it's been, okay, so it's been at least a few months, right? At least? What the hell? Why were they waiting around? Oh boy. Ugh. Like the priest said? Okay, maybe we gotta go get rid of the priest. Okay, that was his fault though. Ugh. No, because a self-perceived point redemption would make me self-perceive. Defeats the purpose of it. Ugh. Right, she was asleep for, she was awake for 2 years before Lupin shows up. Right? I don't know if she was asleep. Was she asleep? I don't remember. She was trapped in the mansion for 2 years before Lupin showed up. I think that's the point in which Isaac left her and she went off or something. Why don't I remember this? I'm trying to put together her story with Elaine and this story. Where are the boys? This is the beginning of the route. She snuck off.
おい、いたぞ。おい、見ろ。あいつが手をついたところだけ。やっぱりだ。こいつは怪物なんだ。姿に惑わされるな。
Yeah, that is kind of funny actually. Lupin taught her the most, so she was able to get away with the most.
皆さん、お静かに。
Oh, alright. Hey.
汚らわしい怪物め。エレインを犠牲にしただけでは飽き足らず、またここに戻ってきたのですか。見なさい。彼女の手が触れた草木が枯れている。これこそ彼女が呪われた存在である証拠。
Oh, look at that. Another situation in which the church
あの時逃してしまったがために
are not the bad guys. They're doing so much good.
さあ、
An anime where there's a church involved? They can't possibly be the bad guys here.
そうすることでようやく私たちは神の恵みを取り戻すことができるのです。殺せ、殺せ、殺せ、殺せ。
Black Lagoon might have been an exception. Yeah, the priests in that show are completely fine. all of the nuns and clergy people in Black Lagoon are all just paragons of virtue. Black Lagoon fucking rules. I love Black Lagoon. What a great show.
怪物、俺たちの手に負えるのか。恐れてはなりません。これこそが神の知恵。うるせえんだよ。たく、聞くに耐えねえな。
I once told a friend that I thought that Black Lagoon had really attractive characters, and they immediately told me afterwards that they were very worried for my love life. They're doing a news story soon, aren't they? Isn't the manga doing a news story? Or it's not of the main group though. I don't remember specifically. I'm like putting it together in my head. Ooh, this is a CG. All right.
誰だお前は。その怪物をどうするつもりだ。
What do you
こ
mean?
の状況を見てわからないとは、あなた方の目は相当に腐っておいでのようだ。
Yeah, what do you mean? No wielder like a sword?
私は愚かな暴漢に追い立てられる哀れな少女を救いに来た。ただの泥棒。あなた方のような醜い人々にはこの美しい宝石は過ぎたるもの。涙にくれるこの麗しき令状は泥棒紳士
Ooh.
アルセーヌ・ルパンがもら
That's
い
a
受ける。
look. That's a good look.
悪いな、カルティア。来るのが遅くなっちまった。大丈夫。もう怖くねえからな。
Please now. Which when I told about liking Black Lagoon characters. Yeah. Yeah. Oh really? Okay. I am down for another Black. What are you, Helba? Are you gonna sit here and tell me that Balalaika is not an awesome character? You gonna sit here and tell me this? That she's not an incredible freaking character?
なんで一人で出て行ったとか聞きたいことはいろいろあるが、 そういうのは全部後回しだ。今は一言だけ
I
言わせてくれ。
fucking love Balika. I think she's the coolest fucking character ever.
お前が無事でよかった。
こいつも怪物の仲間です。二人とも殺してしまいなさ
I
い。
didn't say I'd date them. It's because probably that'd be impossible for me.
おいおいおい、黙って聞いてりゃ。さっきから人のこと怪物だなんだって随分な言い方じゃねえか。そんなに怪物が見たけりゃ
Don't know if it's
家に
possible
帰
to
って
date
よ
the
ー
head
く
of a
鏡を見るんだな。
crime ring.
怒りに歪んだその醜い面、てめえらのがよっぽど怪物だからよ。
なんだと。
Oh, I guess that is Pio Fiore, the game, isn't it?
本来俺はな、暴力が大嫌いだ。
That's true.
あんま野蛮な
Well,
行
that's
動
why
は
it's a
紳
video
士らしく
game,
ねえ
right?
からな。だがな、
See,
もう一度こいつに同じことを言ってみろ。
if we could do it for Pio Fiore, we could do it for Black Lagoon.
殺すぞ。いいか、一度しか言わねえからてめえらもよく聞きやがれ。この村を襲う飢饉も厄災もそいつは全
This
部てめえら
famine
の
and
せいだ。
misfortune is your fault because you guys suck.
一人の女の子を怪物なんて呼んで石を投げて攻め立てて、てめえらが全部怪物のせいにしてろくに対策を取ってこなかった結果が、巡り巡って全部
A bunch of Italian cousins. You could probably find some mafia. There you go. Let me know, Helba.
だが神父様は確かに。
それで何も考えず従ったって。そういうのはな、信仰とは言わねえ。目を覚ませ。頭のおかしい神父の言葉なんて聞くな。
Yeah, meanwhile,
No,
Lupin's
I'm
like,
gonna-
you guys are just gonna listen to a dude because he's wearing a fancy collar?
しなきゃ。てめえらの村はおしまいだ。
Not even balling. Look at his shoes.
おのれ、余計なことを吹き込みおって。あの男こそ怪物を操る悪魔です。殺しなさい。殺すのです。
忠告はしてやったぜ。今後どうするもてめえら次第だ。いい子だから暴れんなよ。
You should totally ask your mom about it. See if she knows anything.
なんだ、魔法か。
残念ながら魔法と違って
I don't know anything about
種も
my
仕掛け
family's
もあるん
history,
でな
unfortunately.
と。
To be honest, I'm not that interested in it. I know the lineage of my name, and that's about it.
さて、このままずらかるとするか。当然だろう。俺を誰だと思ってやがる。天下の大泥棒アルセーヌ・ルパンさん。
Okay, that's that's a good a spot as any, I think. Terra Nova is a really good name. Oops. Save. Sorry we didn't get through as much as I would like, but I had planned on spending most of August doing that, and I think we'll probably still be able to do it, right? With 1, 2, 3, 4 streams left in August. So I think it'll be possible still. Let me do this. Actually, probably it would be better probably on the other channel here. the really quick thing I want to watch with you guys.